Hey, it's Adler, FM 1021, backstage, night one of Big Snow Show at the Eagles Ballroom with Colony House, Caleb, Will, Scott, and Park. Gentlemen, thank you for coming to Milwaukee. It could have been snowing. It could have been sleeting. We all could have been frozen to death, but you're here.
We're here. And that's the important thing.
It really is. I'm going to tell you a story that's going to blow your mind.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
You're familiar with the song Landlocked, right?
Quite.
Because you did it.
We did.
I was told at now 5:45, it's 6:20 now, that this interview was going to happen early. As I was getting out of my car, pulling onto the driveway, I had just minutes to spare, and that was my soundtrack, speeding over the Hone Bridge at breakneck speeds to that song. So thank you for getting me here. Thank you for inspiring me. Thank you for being here, and congrats, man, on a really good year, great year.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
It's been amazing. Thank you guys.
Thanks
for helping us make it a good year.
Cannonballers is a jam. It's just a beautiful, beautiful jam. We've been playing it for months, and maybe it wasn't the first time. Maybe it was the second or third time we played it, and I'm just like, it's a song that has everything. Yeah. It ends with a jangly guitar, and I like, you're not supposed to talk over songs ever, and you just don't. I let it stop to the point where there's just dead air. Yeah. Just horrible radio execution, but I don't care because it's that goddamn good of a song.
Thank you,
It's so good. I always like talking to bands that have like 10 years in, because it's different than when you're wide-eyed and it's your second album and you got a hit and you're like, you guys have been through it, man. Yeah. You have opened for everyone. You have played just about everywhere, every size venue, even here in Milwaukee. So this year, compared to other years, better than others, much more comfortable than years past, or were there years past where you go, you know what? We did some cool stuff. We met some cool people.
It's always a journey every year, and it feels new. This has been exciting for us. We've got friends that are young guns out there putting out amazing music and maybe having what you would call that kind of like early success, where you kind of want to shake them and be like, hey, this doesn't just happen. Yeah. Like you deserve it, but we've been, like you said, a band. We'll celebrate our 10 year of our first album next year, and it's just been like a grind in the best way, because we love what we do, but every year throws you curveballs that are both, some you strike out on and some you figure out how to hit it. And with this one, we had a lot of confidence in this album. We'd spent more time than we probably should have, and definitely more time than any other album, like really pouring into these songs. And like, we wanted Tennessee. We're Tennessee boys, all four of us, born and raised. We wanted that to shine through the songs, which is a little nugget, a fun nugget on Cannonballers. I mean, that song was inspired by me and my brother Will, our favorite roller coaster at our no longer
was
in
the
existence.
Wabash.
It was the
Really?
Wabash Cannonball. Yeah.
Really?
And so that's kind of what, like, we felt. You talking about speeding to music.
Yeah.
We felt when we had that guitar riff, we were like, man, this song just feels like a roller coaster. It feels like it's just it kind of flows, but it's a little intense.
It moves. Yeah. It does physically kind of move up and down, and that's why, again, a couple times hearing it, I'm like, oh yeah, Wabash Cannonball, and I'm like, I remember.
Oh yeah.
It's not just a song. It's an actual roller coaster. It's a thing that you can get on, which is cool. Speaking of Tennessee, so you guys playing tonight with just you two, Black Keys and you guys. They're transplants now to Nashville, so you guys have been your whole life there. They're newbies there, I guess. Yeah. You ever see them? Friends, casual friends, hanging out with them?
Did you ever? You don't start off this career most of the time just crushing it right from the very beginning. So we were doing our thing for a little while, and I was working at a clothing store on the side, making some ends meet. And
in Nashville,
Patrick from the Black Keys walked in at some point, and I was like, I definitely recognize that guy. And I walked around the store with him for like an hour and sold him clothes.
Did you get a commission?
You knew who he was?
I got some commission.
Knew who he was?
Yeah, I knew who he was.
Immediately? I mean, he's
a pretty unique looking guy.
And
he's super tall. He's got the big glasses. I was like, hey, I was a fan, so I was like, I got to know this guy.
Did you start out with the awkward? Hey,
So
what are you up
like-
to? And he's like, looking for pants.
I'm looking for some clothes. Also, I was like, dude, you're in the Black Keys, so you probably got some money, so you're gonna buy a lot of clothes for me today.
Yeah, you're like,
I got you.
It's a good customer to have.
here's the $30 pants, but I'm going to show you where the
$100
$130
pants.
pants
Yeah.
are.
Right.
Besides
I'm
that-
guessing you're a 32 waist, 48 inch inseam.
Exactly.
I'm guessing you're like, I would be horrible at sales because I'd say some stupid shit like that. And he'd be like, I'm gonna leave.
I'm gonna leave.
I'm just gonna go
Anybody
online.
else here that I could talk to? No, that's my only interaction.
That's our only run-in with those guys.
That's pretty cool.
We played a show in Akron in the early days.
Oh, really?
And like in a basement in Akron, Ohio, and the venue couldn't stop talking about the Black Keys. That
Really?
was their,
That they played there. And
yeah, it was the Black Keys all over that place. So
Remember that?
we've only been around the Ghost. We got in trouble for walking through the green room today. We didn't know. It was
Oh, really? Yeah,
we didn't know.
they all blend together. It's a maze
They all
here.
have things.
It's
hanging
crazy.
Up and,
Yeah.
but that's about it. We're happy to share the stage.
Did you eat some of their food?
No.
Oh,
That would've
would've
been tight, though.
I would have hung out.
No.
But now that I know where it is,
Not
Might
yet.
pop in
Well,
there and
if you
ask for
can
a
get
drink
back
later.
again, this place is a
right.
labyrinth, man. This
True.
is Spinal Tap. You
It's
get lost.
crazy.
You will hit dead ends all over the place. That's the magic of the Rave Eagles Ballroom.
right.
So fingers crossed you make your set
To
on
the
time.
stage, yeah,
But we
exactly.
will see. Like you said, two more this show and then one in Colorado, I think, and then you guys are done for the year. What kind of time off are you going to give yourselves? Any?
I don't know,
We
man.
have a lot of, we do. Next year is very chill. It's a lot of recording and writing.
Okay.
The next project, not a lot of shows on the book so far. And it's kind of
Which is weird for us because we play traditionally. Maybe you would call it old school at this point, but like when we started this band, it was like you go and play shows.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what you do. That's
Yeah.
what bands do.
That's
you
how
play
you
shows.
make. Yeah.
Now with all the different things you can post on the internet, it's like there's other options out there to stay home, and so it's kind of we're rewiring our brain to be like, actually, I think we can be productive at home for a little bit. Let's go back. Let's gather some songs.
Yeah.
And get back after it with it was fun
For
having some radio love on Cannonballers because it kind of like that was something that hadn't been a super huge part of our band's story
Yeah, you
until
guys have
this year.
just been kicking.
And so it's fun to have kind of a new frontier, a little bit of like, we
What do you guys do? All right, let's jump to 2024. You got, let's say, enough for an EP ready. Instead of going out live, would you ever think of doing it like just doing a live stream in the studio to see what the reaction was? Maybe just for fans, maybe for everybody to try it out and go, let's just see what happens. If they record it, they record it, but maybe we're not in love with these songs, but we want to try them out. Yeah. And maybe it's not a full album yet. Do you guys do you entertain those things? Or
absolutely.
Is it, okay.
I feel like everything's on the table these days. We're just like,
sure.
I think we're all appreciators and like we love the mystique of disappearing and then coming back, and it's been a while, and you get to kind of reintroduce yourself. But I also love the idea, like, again, it feels like a rewiring situation has to happen in our creative brain of just like, there's no rules.
Yeah.
We could try something out. We could literally.
I was going to say, you do have freedom, right?
Yeah,
I mean, there's nobody who's really telling you what to do.
So, yeah, and we're an independent band. We literally could record a song tonight and put it out tomorrow.
Yeah, or like come up, write one now, do it on the stage.
Yeah.
Where do you guys record? In Nashville? You have your
the
own place?
Cannonballers, we do. We record a lot in Nashville.
Okay.
We recorded Cannonballers. We'd record all our music in Nashville, and so on this album, ironically enough, because it's kind of our love letter to Tennessee, we left Tennessee to record it in Oklahoma with a producer named Chad Copeland, and then we spent a good amount of time down in El Paso at Sonic Ranch.
Oh, really?
Which was
I've
awesome.
I've heard of it.
Epic.
I've been in El Paso, but I've heard of that. I've heard of that. A couple people have recorded stuff
Oh
there.
yeah, it's got a nice history to it.
Yeah.
That was just something we kind of felt like when you leave a place you love, when you leave your home, that distance makes the heart grow fonder, or absence, or whatever it is. That's kind of how we discovered the Cannonballers theme, the love letter to Tennessee. Is like, man,
get
we
away
spent
from it.
so much time away from it.
Yeah.
We're like, will you get back, even with the pandemic, like bringing us back home for the first time in 10 years of touring for like a whole year? You go, gosh, I love this place.
Yeah.
And so that might have been some kind of subconscious decision making in the album process was like, let's go back away from Tennessee so we can think fondly on it as we sing these songs and record them.
Yeah. That being said, do you have stuff ready to go already? Are you writing new stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
for sure.
Ready to go? Probably not where I'd categorize the songs, but
We will play a new song tonight.
Really? Okay.
just cause.
Just
Just
'cause
cause.
you can. It's
Yeah,
like
we'll see how it goes. We'll
any.
let y'all tell us.
Is it leftover stuff from Cannonball? Or is just stuff that didn't make it, didn't sound right with it, or
Well, that's a brand
cut
new.
off brand new?
This
It's a
was
brand
one
new
of
jam.
those, like, you're back home off tour and you just catch one. It's like these don't happen a lot where they kind of write themselves.
Yeah.
But it was one of those, and so we started playing it on the road. We're like,
Oh, that's what I like.
Right.
I like end of the tour. I always look at the tour where somebody falls and go, ooh, 2 shows left. And we're like,
Yeah.
they're going to do some weird shit. Maybe.
Exactly.
Then you're like, all right, this will be good.
Someone's
Probably
You're
right.
like, you try some new stuff because then you're going home. You're
That's right,
like,
man.
kind of.
Nothing to
What's the
lose.
worst that could happen?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm excited for a new year. Love this album. I credit you for like getting back at it. Like I would, if I was in a band, I'd be like, oh, we're gonna ride this album out for the next year and a half. We're gonna do this till 2025. Then we'll come up with new stuff.
For
You
sure.
guys are at it. I like it. I mean, especially like I said, after more than 10 years as a band, it's easy to kind of go, oh, let's stretch out a little bit.
Yeah.
You guys are nope, back on the
No,
horse.
no.
You're like, that's good.
We got a lot to say.
That's good. Well, I appreciate the time. Thank you. Have the best year. Have the best show tonight. So excited for you guys to come.
Thanks,
Best
man.
to your dad.
man.
He's coming to Milwaukee. He's doing his show. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother
That's
interview.
right. Yeah. We'll
Uh,
come back. You guys have us on.
Come with
We'll
your
talk
dad.
about pops. We'll do
Yeah.
a little father-son thing.
Go wander around the city tomorrow, and then you can tell your dad where to eat and stuff
That's
like
right.
that. You're
Yeah.
like,
We're just stoked. We're staying right next to the Milwaukee headquarters. I don't know, the big.
The
Milwaukee
Tools.
Tools. Yeah.
We're-
The big
I'm,
red
I'm
sign.
currently
We're big
building,
tool guys.
I'm building a tree house for my son, and I'm
Oh,
kinda-
seriously?
I'm an exclusive Milwaukee guy.
Nice. I appreciate
Shout
it.
out Milwaukee. You
Shout
make
out
the
Milwaukee
best stuff.
Tools.
Yeah,
Look at that.
for
That's a
sure.
way to end it. My God. Let's run for mayor and wave the city
If we're allowed to
flag.
do that here, yeah.
Well, yeah.
I'd like to put my name in the hat.
See,
So.
take that, Makita, and other tool companies I can't think of right now. Thank God there's not a Black & Decker, Wisconsin. One quick last thing. There is, I think it's spelled Trevor, but I think it's pronounced Trevor, and it's right on the Wisconsin-Illinois border. It is the Colony House Restaurant.
Wow,
I'm not
I've
kidding
seen
you. You can
this.
Google it, and
I've
I've
seen
never
it.
been there. I didn't have enough time to zip down there to see if they had T-shirts to get you. But if you're going to like O'Hare or something, take the weird way and maybe hit them up and just give me your card and go, not for nothing. We're not asking for a free meal, but you should probably give us a free meal so we don't sue you.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And I'm sure the restaurant's been out for like 50 years.
Yeah. They definitely have a leg up on us. They're like, actually, we'll sue you.
You're like,
okay, we're out. We're out.
all right, we're just gonna go to some 7-Eleven. We'll be But- no. I want to throw that one in just in case the restaurant's watching.
Well done.
You got a great name.
Thank
We're going to
you.
follow these fellas no matter where they go. It's going to be like Blues Brothers. They're going to follow you around the country until they get a hold of you.
That is amazing.
Again, thanks. Have a great show, guys. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, man.
Thank y'all. Appreciate it.